Hi, greetings from Om Namah Shiva. You are welcome to my channel Oil, Water, Gas Knowledge Hub. Today we are going to learn presentation on serial number A002C, ball valve function and parts. Direction of flow. Let us understand very clearly. This is ball valve. A valve is a rounded ball and a straight flow. There is no flow direction in the ball valve. Ensure that you are installing the handle as shown in the isometric drawing while installation. Do not install upside bottom. That is the only thing you have to take care. Ball valves are designed to be opened by rotating the lever handle in a counterclockwise direction and closing in a clockwise direction. The handle indicates the ball port direction. Okay. Now further you had reference codes and standards. ASME B16.34, flanged, threaded and welding in flanges. MSS SP72 with flanged or butt welding ends for general services. API 608 metal ball valves with flanged, threaded and welding ends. API 6D specification for pipeline and piping valves. End connections: flanged, threaded, butt welding and socket welded. Whether it may be any valve, globe valve or ball valve or NRV, these end connections will be remain same. How to identify in the P and ID? You see the symbol, P and ID symbol for ball valve. This is a symbol for P and ID ball valve. Clear? Now the ball valves, there are two types. Reducing bore ball valve or full bore, full port, anything, ball valve. You can see this diagram. This is ball valve. This full port means through and through, if it is 4 inches valve, through and through it will be 4 inches only. Upstream side inlet, downstream side outlet. Both sides are 4 inches only. See the valve by side you can see look like this. This is full bore ball valve. In the other hand, you can see this reducing bore ball valve or reducing port Venturi type ball valve. See this upstream is looking bigger and downstream is looking smaller because it is normally 1 inch less than the nominal diameter, inside diameter. If it is 4 inches valve, upstream, downstream would be 3 inches. This is to be noted. Whenever you are installing or doing maintenance of the ball valves, you have to understand the way of installation, how it is shown in the drawing, and you have to install as it is. Now if you go to, there is different types of ball valves, are 6 types. Number 1, floating ball valve. You see this diagram. In a floating diagram, ball valve, the ball is held in the position of by the compression of two elastometric sheets against the ball. You can see this elastometric sheets. The ball is free to float inside the ball body. See this diagram. The stem is connected to a slot at the top side of the ball. You can see this, a slot is there on the ball. It is connected like this, which allows the ball to rotate a quarter turn. That means 90 degrees. The shaft allows for a certain amount of lateral movement of the ball that is generated from the upstream pressure. What is the pressure? It is upstream, from upstream it is coming, it will affect it. It will generate. This small lateral movement, in fact, produces a load on the ball that presses it against the downstream. You can see the downstream seat. It will exist, which improves leak tightness of valve. This type of valve design is capable of bidirectional shut-off. The floating valve is very difficult to operate. That is, we should understand the field only. This is type 1, floating valve. Next one is trunnion mounted valve. This highlighted area you see here, in the previous figure also there is highlighted portion. This is trunnion. Trunnion is a solution to the problem of excessive torque required by a floating type valve. In high pressure service, a short shaft like an extension, see this shaft is very short, just like extension, which is known as trunnion set in the body. If you see this type of stem or shaft, understand that there is trunnion here. It is a trunnion mounted valve. It is, that means you can see this in the image. You can see this image. Floating or spring-loaded seats that remain in constant contact with the ball. Trunnion ball design required a lower operating torque, hence reduces the size of the actuator. Very small actuator would be there. This cost difference becomes an important factor when the pressure class and valve size increases. Is it clear? The floating ball valve is suitable for medium and low pressure and usually a small diameter. The trunnion ball valve is a kind of double block and bleed. You will see the how to do bleed in the next diagram. See the downstream side. The trunnion ball valve can block both upstream and downstream media. Is it clear? This is number 3. Three-way ball valve. You can use this ball valve as required in the operations. You can see this one inlet and two distributes. One inlet, two distributions. One inlet and one outlet. One inlet, one outlet. Straight pass the fluid without no line. So it will straight pass. Like this, as we need in the operations conditions, in the operation people, they will install. Or during construction, the construction people will install. Number 4 type, top entry ball valve. See this top entry ball valve. This ball will be entered from the top into the valve. It is maintenance free. Wherever pigging is required or in critical operations, you cannot get sufficient time to dismantling and maintenance purpose, so that this type of top entry ball valves will be useless, easy for maintenance. This is side entry ball valve. You can see this side entry. Okay. This is also normally used in oil and gas fields. This is split body ball valve, sixth one. The valve body is divided into two parts or three parts sometimes. All ball, seat rings, stem and other internals are inside the larger body part and held together with smaller parts by bolting. You can see this like this. So this is 6 type of valves. These are the normal ball valves. When you see the general parts of the body, internal parts, it is common parts for every ball valve. Packing, actuator, it is handle, this is stem, you can see the packing, this is seat, seats, you see the seat, and ball, this is body. Okay, clear? And further parts you will come to know here. Number 1, body, you see this number 1 body. Number 2, seat, this is the seat, you see this seat. Number 3, ball disc, this is ball disc. Number 3. Number 4, gasket. See, this is gasket. Okay, and it is 2-piece valve. Hence, it is gasket is required here. Number 5, stud. This is stud to connect both parts. Okay. Number 6 is nut, and washer also will be there. Number 7, cover body. This is the cover body. 8, o-ring. Number 8 is o-ring. You see, this is o-ring, just below the stem. Number 9 is washer. This is washer, below the o-ring. Okay. Number 10, packing. See this? Number 10, this is packing. Number 11 is gland. This is gland. Number 12 is gland flange. You can see this gland flange. And gland screws. Number 15 is stem. This is stem. So these are the parts of the ball valve. This is double block and bleed valve. Is a side entry ball valve. We have discussed earlier, just few minutes back, side entry ball valve. This is double block and bleed valve. In process lines, near the manifolds or near just entry in the plant, this type of valves normally used. In emergency, they can stop downstream, or sometimes they can stop downstream, upstream also. Any valve they can stop. This is the actuators. And whatever the liquid in between this place was deposited, it can be drained. That's why it's called double block and bleed valve. This is the way you have to do bleeding. It may be whether it is bolted or welded body designed for using upstream, midstream and downstreams. Oil and gas applications, it requires 2 inline isolation valves and a bleed valve used to drain or vent trapped fluid between the 2 closures. In order to safely isolate the downstream pipe, this feature can be achieved with 1 single valve complete with a bleed and block port between these 2 pieces. Is it clear? Double block and bleed valves are most commonly used in the oil and gas industry, but can also be helpful in many other industries. It's typically used where bleeding the valve cavity is required, where piping needs isolation for maintenance or for any of these other scenarios, prevent product from contamination. Is it clear, my friends? This is a cross section. See this place. One side can be isolated. The other side also can be isolated. This is upstream, this is downstream. And this is drain point, bleeding point, you can say, whatever you can say. Okay, my friends. Thank you. Knowledge is asset. Have a wonderful day. Please understand, gain the knowledge. If you don't understand, go back, review again. You watch all my videos for more clarity on where we are using these valves. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, share it, write your comment. Any doubts, if you don't understand, you can write to me or you can call me. I will respond to individuals. Thank you, my friends. Have a wonderful time. God bless you. Thank you very much.